James Comey is back, and once again, he wants you to believe that he's the real victim. Before we get into the story, please be sure to like, share, and comment Explain America. It really helps us get the word out on common sense journalism. Now let's get to the story. James Comey just went on stage in his old FBI uniform to make a dramatic announcement. He was going to step away from public life, but he just couldn't. Because Trump is such a serious threat, he had no choice but to cancel his retirement and get back into politics. But according to the former FBI director, he was just ready to enjoy retirement, like we said, wear t-shirts, play grandpa, fade into the background, until Trump's outrageous actions forced him to speak out. Seriously, watch this.
I don't know if you've been in touch with Chris Krebs or any of these people. What should they be doing? There are people who are even less famous than Chris Krebs and Miles Taylor who will be targeted. What should they do when they're targeted?
Probably two things I've learned to do with these kind of threats at the same time that seem contradictory. First, see it clearly. Understand that there really is a threat. Second, don't let it overwhelm you. Don't give them that. Don't let it freak you out and dominate your life. Take prudent steps, but don't give it. The part of the roar of Trump is to freak out his victims, the people he targets. So don't give them that. But don't neglect the threat. Protect yourself.
You're promoting a book, which we'll talk about that, and you've had to respond to these questions about the seashells. But you could choose to not be out there publicly and talking about these issues. Why have you chosen to be out there?
I was actually, and I'm embarrassed to say, trying to withdraw a little bit, especially since last November. Be a grandfather, be an author, wear T-shirts and jeans all the time. And the reason I'm dressed in my old uniform is to remind myself that's the coward's way. You must stand up and speak. Everyone who can speak, I can speak about the rule of law especially, needs to be out there because there are real serious threats. And the only thing that's necessary for them to triumph is for good men and women to be silent.
That's right. The man who helped launch the Russia collusion hoax, who presided over one of the most politically motivated investigations in FBI history, and that's really saying something, leaked memos to trigger a special counsel. Well, he just wants credit for being some kind of reluctant hero. No, James, you're not standing up for the rule of law. You're standing up to sell books. This isn't bravery. This is fallout control. Comey, he's meddled in 2 elections now. First by launching the bogus Trump-Russia investigation that went to nowhere, and now he inserted himself into politics before Trump came into office, and now he's meddling to try to undermine his presidency. The timing isn't accidental, it's strategic. Comey wants to rewrite the history where he got fired for cause and pretend he got wrong. But the truth is, his tenure was an embarrassment to the FBI, and his credibility has collapsed outside of CNN's green room. The most patriotic thing James Comey could do right now is exactly what he claimed to do. Retire. But he can't, because he's addicted to relevance. And he's still bitter that Donald Trump ended his power trip. Please be sure to like, comment, and share Explain America. We appreciate you helping get the word out on common sense journalism. This has been Kyle Becker with Explain America.